And should be live now. Hopefully. Discord. Just want to check a couple things before we get started. I think there's a server up, and if there is, we're gonna hop into the main game then. Smougsy! Did you say 2? Or if I hover over your thing, it says ha, and if I don't, it says 2. Okay, it looks like there is a server. Okay, we're getting started in the engine though. We have more Peru goodies to show. Hold on, a Neuro. I think I said that right. Hi, how are you doing? T-Rex. Daisy. Now we're getting familiar names. You guys are always in the streams. Okay. Main. So yeah. A few new things with Peru. It's very, very quiet probably. In fact, you probably can't even hear it. But he does have little footsteps. They are very soft and quiet. Hold on, if I turn off the music, you might be able to now. Hopefully you could hear those. Yeah, I'm seeing that. It's Smougsy. It like comes up with like a translation symbol and then different language. TZ's did that too with her hi, although it just converted to hi. I don't know if that's a stream setting I have or YouTube being YouTube. Did it have its bite before? I can't remember. I know it has a lot more sounds. It doesn't have a drinking sound, but it can drink. Will Nemicolopterus be playable? Yes, at some point it will be. Come on, it's my little pop-up. trace? No, it's... It had the bite but no audio. Got it. Okay, so you can drink. You can... it's the face on the camera. Okay. Hold on. Vision control. I don't want to accidentally lose some progress. Okay, so it's that one. I wonder, where's this code? Camera zoom. Okay, so out of this node here, I'm real quick going to add grab this and then set the max interaction distance. Let's see if this fixes it, and it hopefully will. Take the spring arm length and add 300 to it. Do aquatics like Croc have to get out of the water to drink, or they can once they're fully swimming? They can when they're in the water swimming, yeah. It's just not as quick as... No, it still doesn't. Okay, we'll do that. I know this will fix it. Oh, let's see. Zoom all the way out. No, it still didn't. No, it's because the trace is camera based and not necessarily based on where your head is. It's as the camera gets zoomed out, like if I'm zooming in and out, that same exact spot becomes unacceptable. And it looks like no matter how far away I make it, it just does that. See, I can drink now because my camera's in here. Hey, Fox. Well, what I can do is go in here, edit this. Ah, that's it. Okay. So, it wasn't anything I was doing. The trace in here, the trace for water, is only 10 meters. And the camera is 10 meters or so, maybe a little bit longer. And because Peru's very large, it just gets even further out. So when we have like sauropods and stuff, that'll have to be really high, so we'll just bump that up a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Camera's all the way out. And it traces. And he can drink. He just sticks his head down, gulps some water, and good to go. Hide that debug now. Okay, eating. You can also eat. Now, temporarily, if you look over on the stats there, the food is draining very, very slowly. So when Peru comes to public, after it goes to QA, it will have this very, very, very slow food drain, just to let it survive a little bit better. There he goes. And if I grow it to the adult, I know it's very nice to have his audio back. Or for the first time, I guess. It's just too slow. He still needs his gore. He doesn't have any of his bones yet. Or organs to grab. Well, you might be able to grab. Well, Peru can't grab. Ah. Dodge. Right there. This one is off then too. Should have just changed it in here. In fact, I'm gonna do that. Is that Islander, are you here by any chance? Is its head's turn based on movement even during eating? Yes, even during eating. Which I might want to change that actually. Eat, drink. Oh, it has its calls now. Okay, I'm not doing it with that debug showed up. Dang it, I can't do it. Okay, ooh, you guys get to look at all the games I own. Hockey again. Yeah, that's not very helpful. There is no pause key on my keyboard. That's fine. No, it's not fine. Nah, it's fine. Whatever. That's the broadcast. It's a friendly. And then the surrender. And the threaten. So he has all his sounds now. It's calls. Baby as well, of course. we'll go fix that then. That's a surrender. And the thread. It's not breathing though. And the blink is a little off. No, 3. No, I need the model. Targets. One. If I do 1 on this, yeah. He squints. His eyes don't. Oh, your eyes. There you go. Sorry about that. I go to 2, 3, 2.5, and now 3. 3 gets it all the way. They should be both matching up now. Decay morph. This works both directions, by the way. And I can even go extremes. Look at that. Beautiful. Anyways. 3 for that. And he's not breathing. Yeah, it's a new animation, so it shouldn't be like that. I might have double hit it. You're not breathing either. Okay. Is it hooked up? Ah, not really. Now he's breathing. Nice and quick. You breathing? You're breathing. Your nostrils going? Yes, I should to see if I can. I think I can, because it's a tag. Disable breathing when you're underwater. Oh, your eyes, that's right. Are you blinking slower, and are they going all the way in your head? Well, not really. Definitely blinking slower. Your eyes just aren't going all to your head. Bye. Game got angry with me. It's only the materials that you can do that with. Anything else, the game gets very angry. Yeah, that's weird that it doesn't go all the way in. Peru needs to breathe about 3 times slower, though. Yeah, your eyes are fine. Reason this one isn't. Okay. If I make this value, it'll be slower. I need to label some of these. Some of these, if you lower them, it goes faster. If some of them, if you lower them, it goes slower. I think this is one where if you lower it, it goes slower. Yes, okay. It's the speed goes down. Because if I make that 5, yeah. Actually, I might just keep those and change these. I could have been showing that. Okay, you're breathing way too slow now. What about like half that speed? No, I wanted the same speed for the adult. I just want it to not breathe as often. Okay. It's in seconds. Is the Peru gonna get a grab ability? Yes, it will. Airmain slower. Slower. Airmain slower. Yes, its grab ability is being started on. I'm gonna be going through that with Storm very shortly. Oh, no wonder why I'm confusing myself. I plugged in these the wrong way. Speed is controlling the rate, and the rate is controlling the speed. To add something real quick. Da, da, da. I want to do that though. No. Bring it down here. Oh, it is already doing that. Never mind. I was smart before. I anticipated that. Just doesn't look like it's doing it. No, it's not doing it at all. Here's what we'll do. Have a little print string. We'll grab the rate. If this changes while we're changing things, then I know it's all working. If it doesn't, well, that's clearly changed. Now the rate is not 0.15. That should make it 5. Yep, and there is something else I can do. To make that a little bit smoother. It's just upping its value. Where is it? Two. Is it not 1.5? And 2, not 1.5. Okay. Well, that wasn't enough. because it has to go the other way. It's a rate, it has to go slow. It has to be a lesser number to make it go faster. It's a speed, it needs a higher number to go faster. Yes. Now it is doing the right thing. There we go. And the goal of all that was to make this a little bit smoother. Okay. That means I do need to check on the Eocar one and Arano. So you guys are going to probably be breathing at a million times a second now. Let's see. Lizard. Oh yeah, he's having a little panic attack with how fast he's going. So yeah. True. I'm gonna be undoing now everything I just did to make that so that everything else is normal and Peru's the oddball. Because it is the oddball. So now they're all speedy little demons. Now they're really speedy little demons. Now they're sane little dinosaurs. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe those values were right before, and it... Because I changed up the breathing and blinking, and I swapped it over to something else. To make it more performant. think just this function didn't quite get what it was supposed to have. Oh, well, it would help if I was setting the right thing. And I just realized I can do a different thing here. Nope, I need it to be constant. Delete those, put this in. That'll make it a little bit faster even, I think, like performance-wise. Do the same thing up here. Why I didn't think of this before, I don't know. Are we talking about snakes now? I'm excited for Titanoboa. It's gonna be a pain to get right, but I'm excited for it anyways. I gotta make sure these values are good. Exactly. If others can do it, we can do it. help if we didn't have a value of 0 there. How often would you like to do this? 0 seconds. Every 0 seconds, thank you. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Now it just needs tweaked. Need to turn off my caps lock. I know, Smaug. No, I'm not talking to myself. It's my lizard, for those that don't know. Okay. Sorry about that. Millie's still going a million miles a minute, but can't change that. She is supervising in a special kind of way, and by that kind of way, it's looking at me because she's salty that she doesn't have food right now. She likes to fatten herself up. She eats a ton of food and then she just sits and does nothing for a couple days. Eats a ton of food, sits and does nothing. You need exercise, buddy. Now she's side-eyeing me. Poor Croc has a panic attack. Yeah, you should have seen it earlier. I think I had the screen hidden at that time, but it was a little speed demon. Means I actually need to shove these here now. There we go. Five and 10. It's almost there. Move on to something more fun. Not that this isn't fun, it's a numbers thing. And I enjoy the numbers thing. Okay, this should be good. Let's see. Set you to that. Set you to that. Now. And it's nice and smooth. I go to the adult. Make sure the blink is working. The blink is working fine. Now I need to just change this to like that and this to like that. Yes, much more natural. It's not as jittery, which was the goal. And not speedy, that's the other thing. Yes, there you go. There it goes, I was about to say. I think it still goes even when you die, but it eventually does stop. And yes, the Eocar one has its nice kind of speedy. Eocar's definitely has a speedier breath. Speedier, but more subtle. Make shorter, quicker breaths. And a Rano. You take the deeper breaths. I can probably make that a little bit slower though. There we go. And I wanted to see, because again, you can change the breath morphs and stuff. So very, very subtle. How bad would it look if I went to 2? Even from -1, thinking 0. Oh no. Don't. Oh, I can rename these? Huh. Oh, would you look at that? 2. I think I could. Because I want it to be something you actually can see, but I don't want it to be something that you can see, if that makes sense. I want you to know that it's doing it, but not be like overly fixated. That'll be fine. New car I know will be. It's you I worry about. You and your little nostrils. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh well. That's okay. I'll make a random excuse to make myself feel better about why Eokar just has shallow breaths. Maybe he has... I don't know. No thank you, Ricky. Hello, treetop, lemon. Run, little fella, run. In case you were wondering how the Juvie night vision looks. Each of these are spaced 5 meters apart, so they can see 15 meters away. I'm surprised you say the animation looks good, Lemon. Because it's just the adult one sped up. It needs its own Juvie one. Okay, good. That's still working. Yeah, the collision avoidance is definitely working. I think just looking at the stamina, I'm going to be doubling that for its runtime, just for the Juvie. The adult, I don't want to be running everywhere. I would slow it down treetop, but then the feet would slide, so it's matched to where the feet are supposed to be for it to be that speed. And I do want the Juvie to be a little bit speedier. Is the main gameplay loop for dinos done now? I would say no. I think that'll come once we have the evolutions and geno variants. Right now, we are starting with the special combat abilities, and then we'll do hygiene and disease very shortly after. And after that will come nesting, territories, and then the geno variant system, I believe. Then they'll have their full kind of loop and everything. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 meters. I think that's right. 10, 15, 20. Oh, it's about at the 45. Check my stat sheet. So there's a plan for Peru to be a cannibal like Deinosuchus from the Isle. Yes, actually, and I need to go make it one. So it should be able to see 55, so 55 meters. Oh, I can't do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Short 10. Why is it short 10? I think it should be 10 more because of the diet effect. Let's see what the diet effect says for it. String. Let me go see what value it's supposed to be. Okay. When can we expect the release of EOE, or is it still a guesstimation? Still would be a guesstimation. I know we have an internal timeline. I don't think I can share that, unfortunately. You'd have to see if Katie or Islander would be willing to share when we feel EA will be released and kind of everything else. I think our sole focus is to get it to early access release, because that's kind of when our funding is like kind of set for. It's like set aside for the EA portion right now. I don't know what it looks like afterwards, if that makes sense. But I know when that kind of all is supposed to take place, when we're supposed to get EA out. But it's up to them to share that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, which is really 19, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If it's equal to 14, tell me what it is. Please and thank you. How are humans? Humans are still kind of, I think, in the same spot. They're getting a lot of special buffs and debuffs. No, not buffs and debuffs. Optimizations to their inventory system, and I think there's a new HUD coming as well with them. Okay, so that's a 0. So that's not good. what we call bad. What if I put in 1? No, 1 comes in as 5. 14 just comes in as 0. Which I guess isn't necessarily bad. Where's the B, F? E, B, M. No, C, F, E, B, M. MV? C, P, F? No, C, F, V, C, F, M, P, V. There it is. C, F, M, P, V. Okay, so it is supposed to be 0. And I don't think that affects anything. So yeah, maybe it's just... I can... Oh, they're down here now. Organization is fun. The map we have now will be the human island. Yes. And when does Dino Island get to be made? Soon. Actually, Islander and Air were just talking about that. And then when human gameplay gets farming and building, it will get that when it gets that. No, I know building is like kind of next up to look at. It just we're limited on who can do what. So I'm like fully focused on everything dinosaur, and Chica's fully focused right now on like the framework and stuff. And there's nobody kind of working too much on the tribals at the moment. Well, I shouldn't say that. He's working on the framework for the tribals, but it also affects me too. But he's working on more back-end things that you don't get to see with them, that are going to help boost performance overall. Because the inventory interaction system is going to be one of the largest and heaviest systems the game has. Same with the building one. Compared to what I have to do, it's a lot. Okay, we're gonna go and blind ourselves. Everybody ready for that? Better be. Yes, Baby Peru outruns the adult on land. It is a speed of like, well, not like. Peru run speed on land as a baby is 18 and in the water it's 22. As an adult, it's 14 on land and 33 in the water. And you just get slower and slower on land as an adult and faster in the water. So if you see a big one, go on land. Yeah, I see you. You don't need all the attention in the world right now, though. She's so weird. Like, I put my hand over there. She's fine. Okay, night vision on. Yes! Good, that's what I wanted. Okay, where's my thingy? Oh, I'm on it. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 50 meters, and I can just barely make out the 55. So yes, is fine. It's just that the brightness makes it seem like it's not fine. Brightness takes away a good portion. I'm not going to change that. 45 meters is already absurd. So will the game be run from everything you cannot fight or fight anything you cannot outrun? For some things, yes. And it's like the bigger size differences, like, oh, I don't have it here anymore. I had a Packy model in here earlier this week just to check the size on it and everything, and it's good, so I think I removed it then. But like Packy versus Peru, obviously you're gonna run away from that. You can't fight that, and like if it's a Dryo versus an Eocar, run away from that, obviously. Eocar and Orano, they're almost the same speed, but they kind of can fight against each other. Eocar's quick enough that it can get away from the attacks, but it's not quick enough that it can just fully be away permanently, if that makes sense. It's only a couple kilometers faster. The Orano has weaker attacks overall compared to it, so it could... I think... You've kind of stalled my brain, but I think it's because of the way you worded the question. Will the game be run away from anything you cannot fight or fight anything you cannot run? The way I want to be answering that is basically we're balancing everything to the best of our abilities, but there are some instances where it will be unavoidable to just the species is going to have to run away, or the species is kind of just going to be SOL or whatever. I think I got it then. It's just the way it was worded, I was like trying to think of how to answer that. I'm not very good with the public speaking portion of things, talking on stream. I'm much better if it's through Discord, and I can think for a second. Will the grab mechanic have any counterplay for the grab victim, or will it be fight lights out if caught? No, there will be a way to fight back. Bucking, there'll be the mini game, which in a dev blog I think you'll see UI for. It's switched up a little bit from the original idea that I had with the bar here. I forget where we took inspiration from, but Kuga came up with a really nice UI concept for us to use then. And it'll basically be a little mini game where you'll be hitting left mouse button or space bar, we haven't decided yet fully, on a little section of the bar, and depending on where you hit it, you'll either deal a little bit of damage to your attacker or to your prey, or you'll drain their stamina, or both, or you'll just accidentally injure yourself or drain your stamina more. It'll be kind of like a little quick time events and whatever. And based on the species weight, stamina, and oxygen, they're or rather not the species, the attacker. So if the attacker has really high stamina, they're heavier, and their oxygen is full, the prey will have a harder time hitting those areas and stuff. Either it will be spinning faster, or the sections that they can hit are smaller. I can't remember which is which. And then based on yours, it's the opposite. Like, will the creatures that can't run or fight have burrowing, or will they always be able to run, is kind of what I meant. Ah, okay. I mean, Eocar can't burrow, But there are some species, like Minmi will be able to go in the water, on land, it can burrow. It'll have a little bit of everything. Megalania is kind of smaller. It's a little bit smaller than Eocar, I think. It can climb, swim. It has a burrow. A lot of the smaller ones have ways to get away. And yes, Kugu, I believe, is considered official member. They're in the Discord and everything, our dev Discord. Hey Aphrodite, how are you doing? For those that don't know, Aphrodite is our new AI programmer. He's doing everything AI now, which is a huge relief on our part. Yeah, he's got a Dryo AI. I'm gonna put you on the spot for a little bit. And he'll be working on the fish AI soon so that Peru can be ready to go. Do they flee yet? I don't remember if they flee yet. I think they just wander and graze. Drowning in work invoices. Yeah, because you're only, what, part-time and stuff. Oh, it saw me, I think. Oh, is it like a very forward-focused perception? That lets you sneak up behind it. I like that. Come on. Turn that way. There it goes. Yeah, it's forward perception based then, yeah. Got it. And you can die, right? Can I not hit it through these guys? Oh, nope, it did. It died and it poofed. It went poof. That's on me though, I think. I think I changed something with dead bodies and that might have affected your thing. Let me fix that. The sprint speed may need tweaking. It is fast. It's about 44 kilometers per hour, but I mean, Dryosaurus was very, very fast. But that did look a little bit faster than it was supposed to be, so yeah. Okay, so on dead body, let me open that one up. Construction script has nothing. This has T-Dinosaur customization. Dryosaurus. Is its mesh there? These values. That would kind of suck if we have the Dryo AI and then you just can't eat them. Your damage trace isn't set up correctly, is it? I'm talking to myself, Aphrodite, not you. Well, I'm talking to the Peru. It's weird that it just poofs like that. string 1. What is the character ID? Is that set anywhere? Absolute child. No. Okay, so that's what it was. So, oh no, it's here. Dryosaurus. String 1. We'll find where it's getting stopped at. You'd rather not AI dinos bigger than Eocars. So the issue with that is the tribals need to have them so that they can tame them. So they do need to have some larger ones. Yeah, that does actually look correct. Just make... There it goes. No, it goes through everything. What kind of body mesh do you have? Go back. Yes, all dinos at one point are AI for humans to tame, yes. I think some of them will only be found around nests though, yeah. Well, we'll have to look at that, because then... Yeah, Chica. It's older. I think this base AI is from when I was a little naive, unless it's his, in which case... Sorry, Aphrodite, you're now the naive one. I'm not sure, yeah. It has the mesh, it has everything. Goes through. And sniff it. I do want to see something real quick. Okay, but say if Apex is going to be tamed, making them weaker than their wild counterparts would be wise, yes. And yes, they will be weaker. Based on the fact that they're going to be tamed and not in the wild, that's kind of our logic behind making them a little bit weaker. I think about half the strength overall is what tamed species will be. Damage, trace. I thought so. I don't think the Dryo is set up to flinch, and that's why it doesn't have its hurt sound at the moment. No, I don't set those there anymore because of the weird thing that we did. Chica, I blame you. With all the love in the world, I blame you on it. Actually, I don't blame you on it. It's an Unreal issue. I can't blame you for that. Not today, at least. I had to change how the trace was done because Unreal changed where'd the animation go? The trace is done on the ability now because Unreal had changed in 5.4 that's not it. Anim notifies. So now it has an anim notify start and stop window. It no longer works with these ones because the anim notify states are constantly ticking or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it just wouldn't work anymore with the way the traces were set up. So I had to move it to a single one here, and on the attack, it gets that called, does the trace there. But it's just something they changed. It was a while ago. And I always forget that I can't set the settings here anymore. Yeah, it's currently part of it. Speaking of global damage system, that's what Chica and I will be, well, mainly Chica. I tell Chica what I want, and he's like, okay, and makes it happen. But we'll be setting that up, converting all the damages and stuff from the dinosaurs, triples, and whatnot to a more gas-friendly global system then, and that'll make way for the attacks and stuff. Special grabs. Alright, little drow, come here. Running from me. Alright, quickly sniff. See if it fell through. It doesn't look like it did. It's definitely spawning, it's just maybe it's despawning right away for some reason. I won't check them out. I don't want to do too much because I have to pack on my PC tonight, so I don't want to have anything accidentally stolen from anybody. Oh, I'm still hidden. Oops. Is it perhaps this? It could be. Where's the AI? It could be that it has no food weight, and if it has no food weight, it just gets deleted then. It has no food weight. Okay, so then I will check this out and submit it. So I find where all these stats are set. Starting growth level. Set growth. Let me check the dry growth curve. Because I also might have just not set the food weight there, but I can't remember if I set the food weight. I should just check. Why guess when I can just go over here? Yes, I just get the weight and multiply by 0.75. So I will do that on the base AI, Aphrodite. And then the dead bodies will spawn properly, hopefully. I also need to check their health. Because they have a lot of health, it feels like. There we go. Dinos. Ryosaurus. Growth curve. Health is 90. Weight is 90. Hey Furious, can you show us the full roster so I could get an idea how Mape would fare against Torvo? Sure. Let me check this real quick and then I can do that. Well, apparently that wasn't it. And I'll see if it's because it's getting destroyed real quick. This is where it would be getting destroyed. Come here, Dryo. Get destroyed. Huh. And I mean, I'll check real quick if this timer's going. Then we can go look at the roster and stuff. Yeah, it is getting pulverized. I can show you. Gone. Server hello, server hello, server hello. So it does exist. But I can't smell it. Just color me curious on this. Because I know the Eocar mesh works. If I set it to just be considered an Eocar on death, it still doesn't spawn. Okay. So it's something else than that. What could it be? Because I mean, it's spawning. It just used all the Eocar stuff to apply information. How close is Megalania? That'll give you your answer. Roster size chart. Titanoboa. Where's Megalania? Megalania's there. They're about equal weight, I want to say. Titanoboa is 1,600 kilos. Megalania is 1,350, so it's Megalania is going to be able to get grabbed and constricted by Titanoboa. Diesel Bufo, all the way down here. I think I can even... No, because I just went to the Discord one. Kairos over here, that's coming. That'll be modeled next, shortly? I don't know. It might be shortly even. Because, I mean, Rar has to finish up on these next ones, and he said he should be done with them within the next couple somethings. And then Dino Kairos is next to be modeled, and I think Utah after that. If not Utah, Galley. Let me see. Galley, then Utah. Which we already have Galley, technically, with its concept art, so could do some Utah concept art. I see. You made a mess in there. Good job. Silly lizard. Then Chasmosaurus. Not that one, that's Loki Ceratops. Chasmosaurus over here. Next to Utah. And Packy. And then Spicomelis. This thing is deceptively heavy. It is 2 tons, but it looks very short and stuff, but it's very fat. It's very thick, like wide. And an Enigmasaurus will come. Finally, Spino will come to help compete with Peru and Dino Kairos. And that's purposeful. We are designing our roster release list a little differently from what you might expect, where people kind of start with the little ones here, can kind of move up and along. That's great and all. We decided to kind of just pick and choose from little bits and areas and kind of have an equal representation throughout. Larger ones kind of aren't going to be as much, and same with the smaller ones. It's going to be more in this kind of general area here. But a couple apexes, a couple tiny guys, a bunch of this. I think it's going to be a little more harder to balance, but it's going to be more fun overall. Stego versus Torvo. Let me see. The Stegosaurus is 6,000 tons, or pounds, kilograms, sorry. And then Torvo is 5,000 kilograms. Damage-wise, Stego does a lot more damage and a lot more bleed. Torvo is mainly there to come in and maul medium-sized and smaller prey. It can do damage to deal the apexes and stuff, but it's not going to be as good about anything else bigger than it. Ping. Oh, because No, I don't want to be online. I hate being online with the Discord. I always want to be either invisible or do not disturb. Then people don't know where I'm at, or they can't get a hold. Well, they can still get a hold of me. They still do. I say as KD's typing to me right now. Yes. I don't know if she's watching stream, but I will get that for you then. Okay. Exactly. And it's mainly when I'm working or if I'm playing a game or like I always have Discord open on my computer and open so that I can see the little notification pop up. Here, down here, it'll change to like a 1 or whatever. But other than that, it's not worth having it fully opened. Torvo is going to be something like Carno in the Isle. Fast predator, demolishing everything in its size or smaller. So keeps itself a distance when it comes to something bigger than him. Kind of. I definitely think it'll go after more medium-sized prey than small prey. I might have some stat information that I can also share. Its bleed regen rate is 0.1665. It needs 2,500 food and water. And that's it. Oh, and it grows for 6 hours. It takes 6 hours to grow. That's all I've done on Torvo. Torvo is like towards the bottom, maybe in the center of the list that I have. It's not a high priority species. Sorry. Okay, let's close some things up. No, I want to fix that. Why the Dryo is not spawning its dead body. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna check those out real quick, and I have to leave in 6 minutes to go get food because I'm going for lunch, but I'll fix it by then. String that, copy, paste, dead body. No caps lock. And oh my god. Learn how to type. Not talking to anybody, talking to myself. Okay. 8 to 9 hours for. Let me check Peru's time real quick for you. Peru takes as a fresh spawn hatchling, it's 8 hours. From a juvie, it's 6.8 hours, and that can get down to about 4.5 hours. Rex is 10 hours from hatchlings, 8.5 from juvie, and that can get down to about 5.5 as well. Alright. What we're doing is we're just checking its location. Did I delete them? Why would I delete them? Go there. No, wait. Oh, music, go away. Nobody likes you. I lie, I love the music. Okay. Chomp. And now we wait. It should start ticking. There it is. It's there. What if I just search? Hi. So this is where you are. Okay. Progress. Progress, for the sake of progress, should be prohibited. I think that's the quote. If you know where that quote is from, props to you. What does the little DNA bar by your hunger mean? That is your nutrient counter. So if it's full, that means you got full nutrients, you're really healthy. As it goes down, you have less and less nutrients. Not cleanliness gizmo, yeah. That'll just be on the HUD or on the in the tab UI. Can it still spawn down there? I mean, this is using the exact same logic, I believe, as the base dinosaur. I will double check it. Getting actor transform. See this one. That this is different. I don't know if this would affect it, but it might be. It's so weird. Okay, it spawned in the right spot. It still doesn't have its mesh. It's there now. Like the sound the crew draws make. Yeah, nice pop. Yeah, that is correct. Will high nutrition give you buffs, or is it just so you don't get debuffs? Yes, high nutrition gives you buffs. Nutrition gives you more buffs than debuffs overall. fast, isn't it? Where do I set this? Corpse. Character data right there. Yes, this is it. This is because this is new. Yes, it includes a growth buff and about 15 stat buffs. Oh. Okay. I accept. That's good enough for me. Good enough for me for right now. I might lower it a little. I might add that bit back in. Okay. Even if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to be done. Okay, it worked, but I'm not done actually. I lied. Give me this. Paste this here. Shove that in that. Let the magic begin. Okay, he rotated the wrong way and he sunk a little more than I expected. That's okay. I accept. Don't like where that trace is, and that is going to be a gosh. I want you all to know this is what I do every night before I go to bed. Is I'm like, oh, I'll just fix this real quick, and I see something else. I can get that too, and then all of a sudden it's 1 a.m. I have to answer those later. I'll answer them on the drive over. Nope, it's not in here anymore. It's in here. It's not your physics asset. No. Well, I'm here. Whee! Anyway, head. Is that really as far as that bone goes? Head end underscore M. Okay, I mean, how far out is that? I mean, if it's gonna look funky. I stretch that out to here. It's at 45 right now. About 100 and whatever. I don't think that's the right one. Wasn't the right one. Did this one? 10 bucks says it's not this one, and it's gonna be the last one because that's how my luck works out. Somebody owes me money. There we go. Now, not taking account then. Okay. Well, guess we're not gonna have that offset, and that thing doesn't actually work the way I intended it to, so it'll get removed. But if I do head end, it is a little bit better on where it is. I think we are gonna up this. How many sauropods are on the roster? 4, and how much do they each weigh? Let's do this by memory. Europasaurus is 900 kilograms. Bajasaurus is 4 tons. Diplodocus is 15 tons, and Argentinosaurus is 60 tons. Might be a little too big, so we'll go down to 200, and we'll call it a day. Yes, I'll show you the grubs and beetles. That's what I'll do while I say goodbye to everybody. Here they are. Your little pill bug, your rhinoceros beetle, your rhinoceros grub, and your clam. Alright. I am going to head off now. I'll be back next Friday or the Friday after. You might get a stream sooner from Smougsy. We'll see if she decides to do a QA stream. But not one from RAR, because RAR and I are both moving this week, so we won't be around that much. Argent is a playable. It was one of our generous supporters had chosen that one as the playable they wanted. We were a little finicky, but we think we can get it to work out quite well. But yeah, so make sure to check out the Discord website, all that good stuff, and